What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm so excited to bring you guys another video in my must-have Miss Gags series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have everything listed and linked down below. If there's an asterisk behind that link, that means it is an affiliated link. If you shop through it, I very much appreciate it. That just gives me a small commission for introducing you to the product or talking about the product pretty much, but at no additional cost to you. And yeah, I think that's pretty much that. I did record this whole makeup tutorial, both the base and of course, more importantly, the eye look. I'm so happy with how this look came out. So definitely stay tuned for that. And I also did change the settings on my lights. So please let me know if this is just better. I felt like it was just blowing out my crease the way I had my settings before. So I dimmed my outer lights just a little bit, and I hope that it's going to give you guys a little bit better kind of perspective on everything, even how badly I'm blending, how good I'm blending, everything and anything in between. I always like to start off these videos talking about any makeup that I have received since my last video. And since I'm doing these weekly, I genuinely don't have too much in a majority of these videos at the beginning, but there is something that I did receive, and this is the Adept Cosmetics Sumerian Sunset palette. So this is the beautiful palette right here. I told you guys I was picking it up. I picked it up on launch. Unfortunately, I don't have a code, but definitely reach use a code for this brand. Their stuff is phenomenal. But anyways, I will be doing a normal video that I do when it comes to Adept. So 3 looks, 1 palette, do not worry. I will be doing swatches and comparisons. Hopefully I will not forget a palette like I tend to unfortunately do sometimes when I do those comparisons, so that you guys can see my full collection. And hopefully if there's anything that you thought may be similar that you already had, you can kind of see if that's true with the swatches on my skin tone. So look forward to that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that up this week. I'm back in school, so things are just a tinge bit more busy than I'm used to right now. I'm just trying to find an equilibrium, but if it's not up this week, it will definitely be up next week. So definitely know that this is coming up very soon, and I'm so excited to get my grubby hands on this palette and start playing with it. And yeah, so let me scoot over and then we're gonna get into the new makeup releases. I feel like the makeup releases are kind of slowing down in its own way, but there's still a lot to talk about. So let's run through it. First things first is the Catrice and Winnie the Pooh collaboration. There's a stupid amount of products in this collaboration, so I'm not going to go through all of them. What I will say is there's nothing really appealing to me personally. I feel as though none of those eyeshadow palettes are really going to work with my skin tone. And then when we get to lip products, nothing really crazy. There's a lip mask, there's a lip scrub, there's even like a lip brushy thing. Fine, but nothing crazy. It's just nothing is truly appealing for me, so I'm gonna skip. There are a whole lot of perfume releases coming very soon. Prada is coming out with an intense version of their perfume. So the notes here are jasmine and Amber Fix and moss. I will say I've smelled the original perfume, or kind of the previous iteration of this, and I did really like it. I just never picked it up, or if I did, I picked up a travel size. Honestly, my travel size collection is kind of an abyss, if you will. Sometimes I remember the stuff that's there, but a lot of times I don't, until I'm actively trying to redo my scent tray, and then I go through that section because I like to kind of go through those to see if I need a full size or not. Regardless, I will probably get my nose on this the next time I physically go into Sephora, but if we're being honest, that is few and far between the times that I actually make a Sephora order, so it will probably take some time before I actually get to smell it. Another thing I would love to smell, this I know is available at Ulta though, so I may have a little bit quicker of a chance to try this. And this is the Lita Givenchy perfume in their ultimate, or more or less their intense version. So once again, top notes are neroli, orange blossom, and jasmine. Heart is tuberose and cacao shell. The base is patchouli, vetiver, and ambroxan. I'm really interested in the added note of cacao. If I remember correctly, that was not a note in the kind of original one. And I do have that original one. I love that scent. So I would be very interested to get my nose on this one to see if there's even a huge difference. Probably what I'll do is just go ahead and blind buy the travel size for this, because I already know how much I love the kind of original or traditional version of this one. Once again, very similar to the Prada, except I never bought the Prada. It was good, but it wasn't great. It didn't smell something unique. This smelled unique to my collection. I loved it. I got so much use out of it last winter. So I would love to try the intense version to see if that's another added bonus that I can get a lot of use out of. DKNY has come out with the new apple, and this one is the Be Delicious Orchid Street. So the top is pink lady apple, pink grapefruit, and pink pepper. The heart is jasmine, orris, black raspberry, and pomegranate, and then the base is cedar wood and leather. I like the concept of that leather with the apple. I've never tried these apples. I've never smelled them. I honestly don't even know where you could get them. Probably at third-party retailers, but overall, I like the concept of this. I doubt I'll ever get my nose on it to smell it, which means I will probably never pick it up. Beyonce is showcasing more of her perfume. We're now starting to see the bottle. I know a lot of people who go to her concerts have been able to get their nose on this because they literally hand out the tester strips. And if you did not know, the notes are, the top is clementine and golden honey. The heart is rose absolute and jasmine sambac. And then the base is Namidian myrrh and golden amber. I'm intrigued. I am. It's going to be available in November on her website, and the price is $160. And I'm not going to lie, as of right now, that would not be the most expensive perfume that I would blind buy. I just feel as though for a lot of these celebrity perfumes, they're very much kind of crowd pleasers. The one thing I love about the Fenty is it's not a crowd pleaser. It's very unique, and that's why I got through that travel so quickly, and I ultimately want to go ahead and pick up that body cream and the perfume because it's unique, it's interesting, and it's musky. I love musk. Now I do love me some beautiful amount of amber, so I would be intrigued to get my nose on this. But if we're being frank, I kind of want to wait until this comes into a third-party retailer. Like, I'm sure it's going to come eventually into like a Nordstrom, a Macy's, even like a Neiman Marcus. I don't mind going to one of those places to smell it, to see if it's something that I'll get use out of, and to also get points. Y'all know me with points. It's like girl math, okay? Me plus points equals a purchase. So I definitely want to wait to get this. Also wait to see some reviews with people who actually have the full bottle so they can immerse themselves in it. So I'm gonna wait. That's my long rant aside. I'm gonna wait. Now, something that you can just go ahead and put the clown little nose face emoji on me right now, because I just did a video last week, I think Wednesday, talking about holiday releases and how basically there are certain things that would make sense for me to pick up in this holiday season, certain things that would not make sense for me to pick up in this holiday season. And this was one of those things I said was not going to make sense because I haven't reached for it, to be quite honest, since the holidays. I enjoyed it all throughout, the time that I picked it up, all the way until the end of the year. And then the beginning of the year, I got really into my single compacts again, and I just didn't reach for it. That said, the actual product is good, and I liked the cover. So I picked it up. I did a customized order though, so that's why it's taken me quite some time to receive it. I got the jellyfish packaging, but the snake inside, because the snake inside was pretty much the deepest shade that they created, and they also had 5 new shades. So that's what I liked about it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have picked it up because, like I said, I have the other palette, but because those are pretty much the only Hourglass stuff, like I don't have a lot of Hourglass, and so I don't mind picking up mind picking up these products. Although I will say the price increase really, it had me think about life, because I guess last year was 85. I don't remember it being that expensive, but maybe my mentality was just completely different. Either way, this year it's 90. So it was expensive. It was expensive, but I justified it because I really wanted the custom packaging, and because I know you can't customize it through any of their retailers. I just went ahead and picked it up. I didn't want to have that FOMO if it sold out and I couldn't get my claws on it. So there is that. There is yet another perfume coming out from Escada. I really do like the Escada perfumes that I have smelled. This one is the notes of dark cherry, whipped cream, and vanilla cupcake. I want this. I want this. 100% I want this. I had never actually looked at the notes before. The cherry perfumes that I picked up recently, mainly the one from Huda Beauty, I did like the Tom Ford one, but like once I finish that, I won't repurchase. But this, I can, oh, I want this. So I will be picking this up. There's another Escada perfume that I never got around to picking up, which I finished my travel size and I actually really enjoyed it. It was the Cherry Blossom one. I really did like that one. Only reason I think I didn't really pick it up is because in the grand scheme of things, that type of scent, although beautiful and nice, is not a scent that I reach for on a daily, other than like it being in a travel size, and I'm like weirdly competitive myself, and I'm like, I gotta get through it, you know? So yeah, either way, this is something that I definitely want to pick up. It's available right now at Superdrug, but that's a UK based retailer. So I need to figure out if it's available in the US, and if so, where, because I definitely want to get my paws on this. This is the cheek palette release that I told myself I don't need. Like strongly, I just don't need. And this is the NARS All That Glitters Light Reflecting Palette. It pretty much looks like the one that I got last year. No hate at all, because I mean, for me, the Hourglass doesn't look like the one that I picked up. But regardless, I'm sure this are shades that work for a lot of people. I just don't need it. I really don't. So I'm going to go ahead and skip. I will say that this post doesn't showcase the eyeshadow palette and the rest of the collection. Let me find that, because I know they have a whole bunch of stuff in that collection, and I kind of want to talk about everything together. See, now why? Where is I know that they've released it. Why don't they have a collage on their own site? Trimwood doesn't have it. Let me go to some of my favorite people, because absolutely not. I'm not creating another collage. I hate creating these collages. I know somebody has it. Let's see. What is that page? Point click vibes. Let me try point click vibes. I'm sure she doesn't have a post either. Where did Teresa get it? Because I know I done seen this. Struggles are being me. The struggles are being me. The struggles. The struggles. Okay, I'm gonna just go to the website, and later I will struggle to figure out who had the collage, because I know somebody had the collage, because that's where Teresa got it from. Okay, so now where is the collage? What is going on today? Like, this is so stupid. Okay, so I can't seem to find it, but when I can find it, I will talk about the rest of the collection. Like, I can't seem to find it. So Trim Mood also did a collage with a bunch more perfumes that are coming very, very soon. Toka is coming out with an Eau de Parfum. Killian is coming out with the Smoking Parfum. Tom Ford is coming out with the Mirth Mystery Parfum. And then Love Shack Fancy is coming out with 3 different perfumes. For me, I've had Toka, I've had a Killian, and I have a Tom Ford perfume. I have all 3 brands. The Killian, I'm actually very intrigued because it's extremely smoky, and when Killian says they're going smoky, they're going smoky. I've also seen a review from this from one of my favorite YouTubers, which is, can't think of her name right now, but I've seen a review from her, so it had me very intrigued. I want to see a couple more reviews though, because their travel samples are not cheap at all. The other 4, 5, whatever, I'm not intrigued, but I love to see new perfumes and unique combinations coming out, because you never know which one is going to be your new favorite. Something that just seems creepy to me, like I need to know, are you a fan of this. I'm not. So this is a collaboration between Mad Beauty and Warner Brothers for the Gremlins collection. I'm not a fan at all. They have a shower cap, a lip balm, a body puff, a sleep mask, an eyeshadow palette, and a face mask. That face mask could really have somebody scared. Like, Elf is extending their range for two different collections or products that they already have. Their Woe Glow, their SPF, and then also their liquid filter. I actually would consider getting that Woe Glow. I've heard nothing but great things about it, and yeah, because they now have a deeper shade, I feel like it would actually work on my skin tone without the potential of there being a white cast. So I would try it. I don't need to try it right now, but I would definitely try it in the future 100%. Another new perfume coming from YSL. This time it is their Libre Absolute Plant Parfum, and this has orange blossom, diva lavender, and white lavender. This screams like it's not for me. I can do lavender, but I'm finding the closer and the deeper I get into this fragrance wormhole, lavender just isn't for me. Not like deep into it, and I just don't see this being interesting. I still have yet to get my nose on last year's version of this because a lot of people said it had a lot stronger version of vanilla, and I would love to smell that. So this would be something I don't mind smelling, but I'm 9 times out of 10 sure that it's not going to be something that I pick up. There are so many advent calendars available, and another one has been showcased from the Sephora favorites. This has 10 full-size items. They've listed all of the items there, and I do truly, personally for me, appreciate the fact that I know exactly what I'm picking up. That way I can calculate, if it's going to be worth it for me to pick up because I would be using all of these products, or if I would be kind of breaking these products up into Christmas presents, would it be useful? There does look to be like a perfume or something. Either way though, like I've said a million times, I'm not a huge advent calendar person, so I'm gonna skip. Estee Lauder is coming out with a futurist skin tint serum SPF 20, and this is supposed to give some sheer coverage, of course, because it's a skin tint, but it's supposed to be the perfect amount of glow to last for a long day. It's supposed to be sweat and humidity resistant. It's supposed to last up to 8 hours. Fragrance free, $53, 29 shades. I haven't had an Estee Lauder double wear foundation since the very beginning of my makeup journey, when I refused to pay pretty much full price and I was only buying things on Mercari. So I did not understand the concept of like a foundation actually working for me, and so I would just buy. Those were some rough and dark days, like rough and dark days. I would consider picking this up, but I've literally just picked up 2 foundations recently through my points at Ulta. So I don't know. Are you guys interested in this? Let me know. It's about time for me to pick up my next $100 gift card from Sephora, and I'm sure this is going to be at Sephora, so I could see me picking it up. Let me know. Fenty is slowly releasing yet another lip gloss, and this is her in her luminizer finish. This is in Champ Stamp Fantasy. I think this is a beautiful color. Is this something that I need? No, but I like the color. I really do. It is a shimmering holographic gold pearl shade. I'm sure this is going to be raved about to the masses. A lot of people love this formula. I love that formula. I've been through my one whole like compact of it, so I know I would get use out of bringing in another shade. I just haven't, because I find that I have so many lip products and I get so interested in trying different lip products, different formulas, that sometimes I forget to go back to those formulas that I already know I love. Something that I actually am interested in, I just don't need it right now, but I could see me picking it up in the future, is the fact that Huda Beauty has come out with a pressed version of her powder. So this is going to be launching on the 19th of September, and it's available in 8 shades. I've not tried the loose. So if you've tried the loose and you are somewhere around my skin tone and you like the amount of brightness that I do, please let me know which one you would recommend to me. I was considering between Blondie and Kunafa. those two tones look like similar tones to what I generally reach for my under eyes. I would love to try this. I pretty much told myself I am not allowed to buy any loose powders. None. I don't like them. I am currently slowly, and I do mean slowly, working through my Milk makeup one. And honestly, at the end of this year, if it's not done, it might just make a tumble into my trash can. So I would love to try this. Let me know which shade works for us if we're shade twins. Something that I was so interested in looking in the inside, and I'm like going back and forth because I think it's beautiful, but I don't know, something's holding me back. I find that lately something is holding me back from a lot of these newer brands that I would have to try for the first time. This is Inslee Ray Cosmetics, and this is their Harvest Moon palette. It is $88.88. You have 8 multi-chromes, 6 dual chromes, 7 mattes, and a partridge in a pear tree. I think that's beautiful. I love the packaging. The packaging is really what brought me to this particular palette. It really brought me in and had me very, very intrigued. I love the depth of the mattes. They very much remind me of the Viseart Dark Mattes palette, which was a favorite for so many years for me. And I love the shimmers. I don't know, there's just something I feel like that is missing, that is holding me back, but it's beautiful. Have you tried this brand? Do you like their formula? Would you like to see me try it? Let me know. I know that the palette has not released yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming to be released very, very soon. So definitely let me know if you're interested in seeing this from me, because I always prefer to just buy things on launch. That way I get them and I can review them quicker for you guys. Rose Inc is also coming out with a foundation. This is their Soft Light Skin Smoothing Hydrating Non-Comedogenic Foundation. I can never say the word, but basically that means that it should not give you unnecessary acne, basically. And I think Rose Inc is actually a clean brand, so that I guess technically should go with that concept of being clean, but apparently there's no regulations on that, so I'm gonna leave that there. Anyways, this is supposed to give you a natural finish, medium coverage, smoothing, blur, 31 shades. It's supposed to minimize pores, blemishes, redness, and excess oil. $54, and it's available now. It should already be available on Sephora's website right now. The shades look weird. I feel like I would be I'd want to lean for 29 in, but I don't really know. I don't know if I want to pick this up. And I say that for the sense that right now I really want to bolster up my lighter coverage foundations and products, not necessarily my medium coverage. I like the length of coverage. I have quite a few full coverages, mainly only the Danessa Myricks. Sis doesn't know how to give light coverage except for the new finish that she just had. So I have that. I have quite a few medium because that's my preferred coverage. And then I just, like I said, picked up 2 lighter coverage foundations. So I feel like I'm more so gravitating towards picking that up. But like I said, I have that concept of doing a foundation week mentally in the back of my head, and so I would need to pick up these foundations sooner rather than later if I'm going to do a full week. So please let me know any foundations that you would like to see in that week. I'll probably go ahead and do a community post as well just to get you guys input on that, and I'll maybe do a survey with all of the new releases that I haven't picked up, just so that you guys can really say which one you would prefer, so that I can know, because I don't mind doing it. Like I said, I haven't done it in years, so it would be fun to do it, and I don't mind justifying purchasing anything because you guys ask. But yeah, I need to know sooner so I can get all of my thoughts, start testing these products out, and get it up within a reasonable amount of time, So anyways, Hermes is coming out with some new lipsticks, and these are for their fall and winter collection. And I actually like the bullet of the more redder toned one, I guess. It's the like lime green to teal ombre. That's the bullet that I love. I love it, but the color inside is just not for me. And I would need the whole kit and caboodle to be perfect for that. These are 78 doll hairs. Absolutely not. So I'm gonna unfortunately have to skip, but I think the compact looks beautiful. Some more luxury holiday has been showcased, and this one is from Dior, where we see their blushes, their eyeshadows, which they have some eyeshadows in like their normal range and then their backstage range. It looks like they have a new cushion compact, a new, what is that, a lip glow, and then some nail polishes, and then maybe like a liquid lipstick. Now, what I'm interested in is the brownie. Wait, what happened to the fancy packaging? Okay, so it's on the fancy packaging one that looks like a brown. I haven't tried that formula yet. I don't even know what formula it is, but that looks like the one for me. So the stuff is launching different days. I want to say this is, what is it though? It's the Dior Attic Lipstick 211 limited edition lipstick case. That's what I want. I don't know if you get the color with the case or just the case. I don't know, but that's the one I want. I want her. I want her, and I am going to be eyeing it like the crazy person I was when I bought the Chanel blush. We're not going to talk about it. If you're interested, check out my short. I don't know what day. Their launch date's coming from October 13th all the way to November 17th on this post. I will just stay tuned, and if you guys are interested, I could definitely update you guys on my community post, but I also don't want to promote you guys spending if you don't want to spend. So definitely let me know how you're feeling, and we'll go from there. Apparently ABH is coming out with a new highlighter for holiday, and this is a multi-dimensional glow. It's supposed to be like second skin. It is supposed to be a baked powder gel hybrid formula. It's supposed to be a subtle luminosity to a champagne gold. The last time I tried a highlighter that they deemed to be kind of universal was the Amrezy highlighter. I know a lot of people of various skin tones were able to make it work. It just did not work for what I personally like. So for this, I need to see it in store. I need to swatch it in store and see how it looks on my cheekbones. Obviously, I'm not going to swatch it in store on my cheekbones, but based on a swatch on my hand, I can generally tell if I'm going to like a product or not. So that's how I need to see it. ABH, you know, they're not the it girl anymore, so I doubt that this is going to sell out. But then again, I've been hearing quite a few people comparing this to potentially being the Amrezy formula, and since a lot of people loved it, maybe it will sell out. So if it does, I'm unbothered completely. So there is that. I think last week I talked about Tarte, but I only talked about 2 of their holiday releases. It appears they have released a stupid amount more of products, and a lot of these are sets. And what I will personally say is, if this is a set of a product where you get like 3 or more products that are the same, just different shades, you don't need it for just you. If you get it for you and then you hand out a couple for friends for Christmas gifts, fine. But if you're getting them for you, I promise you, you don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need them. Anything here that I'm interested, no. So there's that. A new collection is coming around the Tom Ford Cafe Rose perfume. I'm pretty sure I talked about this perfume and maybe even the collection before. I don't really know. But they have some lipsticks coming out, and one is a brown. It's a brown. It's a medium brown, which typically I like a more medium toned brown with a darker lip liner. So there's also a cream blush. And of course the perfume. So the perfume, if you're wondering, has coriander, patchouli, cardamom, resin, sandalwood, accords, and spicy warmth. That sounds very, very deep and heavy. I'd be very intrigued to smell that. This is going to be available on their website in January, and same with retailers. So we definitely have ways to, get our paws on this. I could see me honestly picking up a couple of things. This is not cute. I really don't like this like sweep of luxury love that I have right now, but we gonna ride the wave. Hopefully very soon I get so many disappointments that I stop. We have some more luxury coming from Gabbana, Dolce & Gabbana Beauty. And first of all, when I saw this, I thought about the Devil Wears Prada episode where she's like, some Dolce & Gabbana, you know? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll remain seated. They're coming out with a illuminating powder, a lipstick, and a mascara. And if I told you I was interested in that powder, would you think I was stupid? Good, because I do too. I also think that the lipsticks look really nice. There are liquid lipsticks though, and I don't really wear liquid lipsticks, so I don't know if I would pick one up, but I'm intrigued. I like I said, there's a wave of luxury interest in me that hopefully soon will be squashed. But until then, would you like to see me talk about these products? Would that tell you to whether to purchase or not? Would that entice you too much to want to purchase them? Let me know down below. Bare Minerals is also showcasing their holiday collection, and they have some sets too. So they have an eyeshadow palette, a makeup set, a blush and bronzer duo, the loose powder for the foundation, a loose powder, a mascara duo, and then a lip duo. What I'm interested is that bronzer and the blush, but they both look like blushes. Oh, it's the bronzer and the blush. I don't particularly love the blushes. I feel like those blushes are very matte. Not a preference of mine. I have something on my face because I keep scratching my face. Anyways, not a preference of mine personally, but I have been interested more recently here in the bronzers, especially because they launched new shades. So potentially I could pick just a bronzer up, but I just don't need the holiday set. There's yet another collection coming from Tom Ford. Tom Ford is forever just releasing. So it's too hard to keep up. That's why I feel like so many YouTubers stopped reviewing their stuff, because it's so hard to keep up and it's expensive. It is. So they have that eyeshadow quad, which I don't think they've said what the formula is. They have 2 highlighters, and then they have some lip glosses along with some other things. I wouldn't hate to try the highlighter. The eyeshadow palette is just a little too boring personally for me. The lip products, they look okay, you know, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on around the time that it actually launches. Once again, this launches in November, so we have plenty of time. Maybe start saving up your duckies, okay, if this is really something that you're interested in. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And then the last thing that I want to close out on is something that, like, I'm excited for this brand. So last year at some point I talked to you guys about the fact that DD's Signature was closing down, and they are now coming back. They're coming back very, very soon. She showcased that she'll have limited stock. It's actually coming back on Friday, so the 15th. Limited stock. I never got around to trying this brand. I wanted to, especially because it was Black owned, female owned. I love supporting those brands, and I was just so saddened that she closed down, and I didn't want to buy something from a brand that was closing down and try to, you know, feature it to you guys, and then, you know, you can't get your hands on it. So now she's coming back. I'll be excited to see what she has available. Maybe I'll pick something up. I've been real shop till you drop lately, so I don't know about that, but I'm just more excited with the fact that the brand is coming back. And I hope this is like a gentle reminder to you guys and to any store owners that have to close, or to anybody who is trying to become an entrepreneur and you kind of have to stop halfway through the process or once you've started because of whatever happens. It's okay. It is okay. It'll work out. If it's meant to work out, just take time for yourself. And I find that's a lot of the reasons why these brand owners have to close shop for like a year or so. It's because they have to take care of themselves. And if you're not here, your brand can't be available anymore. So I love to see it. I love to see that this brand is coming back, and I can't wait to see what they have available, not only initially on Friday, but also in the future. Like I said, I'm not positive I'm going to pick anything up on Friday, but I can definitely see me trying to actively try this brand at some point, either late this year or next year, definitely. Did it annoy you that this was not symmetrical? I hate when I watch my footage and that's how it is, but you know, you're watching me, so that's what you get. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely all about luxury. Luxury is serving us this year, at least for me, this holiday season. Luxury is really serving me all the dilemmas, and I'm excited. Like I'm honestly excited to just try new makeup, experience new things, and also continue to use what I already have. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm still using what I already have, but I mean, I'm a makeup lover, so I of course want to try new stuff as well. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna leave this video here. I need to edit it, and hopefully I can get it up tonight. Probably not, but if not, it'll definitely be going up on Tuesday. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to talk to you guys more about makeup on Wednesday and of course Friday. And like I said, stay tuned for the Adept 3 Looks 1 palette. Just depends on how much things I can get done on my off day this week. Alrighty guys, bye.